Alright, friends, so today I'm going to review another counterfeit guitar. Another fake guitar, as you say it. This guitar is supposed to be a model of Ibanez, but it is not truly an Ibanez. So, enough of that explaining, because that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's show you what we got. So, it says Ibanez. I totally butchered that. Ibanez has Ibanez Prestige right on the case, which, by the way, this is the craziest case for a counterfeit guitar. I think it's one of the best. Team J Craft, I believe that is a company out of Japan, or it is the official Chinese brand of this company. I don't know. It just says Team J Craft on it, and I don't really care. So, let's open this up and see what we got. So, we have a Jem, an Ibanez Jem, a actually very stunning Ibanez Jem. And when I said I like this case, look at this case. This case fits this guitar perfectly. Like, I'm pretty sure that these cases were made out of the same factory, because I've seen some really nice Ibanez cases, and this seems like the exact same, because you can step on this and it won't crush. And you got your little compartment. The case alone is like already like cool, you know, I like it. But let's see what it looks like in the case, and then I will pull it out for you. So, let's hook this camera back up on the tripod. Let's see. Okay. So, of course, whenever you take these out, you have to grab it by the handle. You know what I mean? Voila! Alright. So, Ibanez Jem. Counterfeit. Fake. Not real Ibanez Jem. But I will say, when I first got this, I got this in with a bunch of gear that I bought, and the guy said the guitar was free, you know, like an add-on, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's fake, because you would not be giving away some $3,000 rare color of an Ibanez Jem in your free bundle that you gave me. So he tried to make it look like a sweet deal, like, oh, I'm giving you my Ibanez Jem, and I'm like, what a gem you are. But, I mean, still cool. But yes, let's get more of a close-up shot. So you have your, it says Ibanez trim on it. Your fake DiMarzio pickups, which I think this is my favorite. Look at that scalloped frets. Yes, indeed, a Chinese counterfeit has scalloped frets. Very cool. And you can see right here, I was actually missing a nut, so I just kind of put one on there, but it works perfectly fine. And you have this awesome, I mean, this paint is really, it's sparkly, it's really pretty. And then your back, very clean, and it even has that like rare input on there. So, let's see. What are the flaws of this guitar? It took me a while to find out. This was actually, to me, as just as hard as a Gibson to find out if it was fake. But I didn't know that they really made good fakes of Ibanez, because Ibanez is like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they would copy a country that's so close to them, I would say, or like near them, compared to USA. USA is like USA guitars, and like Japanese, Korean, and China, to me, like, are very similar. South Korea is definitely my favorite, but dead giveaway. You have 4 screws right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a giveaway. Ibanez Jems do not have 4; they have 5, because they are high grade. That was the first thing that I saw, and I was like, okay, so this is fake. And then you have an Ibanez trim, and it says license under Floyd Rose parts. And if an Ibanez Jem were to have that, it would be the Ibanez Jem Juniors, I believe. And I don't think they have that. I think they still have a nicer one. But I didn't really know too much about that. But now I did read online is if you can see these cuts on a real Ibanez Jem, they are exactly lined up with the Floyd Rose. And if you can see, I'm looking at my camera to match it up, they are actually slightly off. Not the biggest deal in the world. Nobody that doesn't play guitar would notice. So those are that. These DiMarzio pickups are like a shiny kind of, like shinier plastic and I could just tell right away they just did not look like DiMarzios. And then your fretboard actually looks fucking awesome. I don't know what they use, but it looks great. I'm not complaining at all. And your truss rod cover has 3 screws. I don't know if they normally have 2, but I will say that is like a 3-ply. It's the same as their pickguard. You can just see that they cut it and kind of put it there. Your Ibanez logo and Jem logo, you cannot tell. They look dead on. It's just black paint. It even has black sparkle on it a little bit, which maybe Ibanez doesn't do that. Now, when we go to the back, let's see. You can see almost like a little tiny, this puts in a little dip, like of the piece of wood. It was getting cut, and then they raised over a little bit and went over. That's not terrible, but it's definitely something Ibanez would never do. These monkey grips are actually pretty big. It's a little bit bigger of a cutout, and like these, you see my eyes through it. They're not cut as well, and they're not as accurate as like each one fitting to the fingers. It still fits your hand just fine, but now this was the part that really impressed me the most, is the back of this neck has the pinstripes of the nice wood. Somebody online said these pinstripes are literally just paint. I don't believe that. I believe that these are actually parts of the wood that they put in there, and it was either the glue or what, but I don't know. But it definitely looks like a 3-piece neck, and I think that's freaking awesome looking. And then you have your bolts on the back, which are like pretty flush. And then you have this Team J Craft. Let's see if I can get it in the light. There you go. With the serial number and everything. And of course I looked it up right away. Couldn't find it. Which still, if you look up a serial number and it still shows up, you still got to be careful and make sure, because they can still be fake. But made by Japan, or made by Team J Craft Japan. And then there was no model other than Jem, Jem. Other than that. Now, so it came with its little bar. So how do I like it? That's what you guys really want to know. Also, it says it has Ibanez tuners. Don't know if they just got their hands on Ibanez tuners or what. But how do I like it? This is actually pretty damn good. There's only one big complaint I have with this, and that is the lack of staying in tune, which if you've ever watched my Floyd Rose video on what kind of Floyd Rose you should buy, or if you should buy a Floyd Rose, I always say don't buy anything under $400. And this is actually right at the bar of what you can buy these used, I believe, for. And they are great guitars. They just need an upgrade, and new pickups as an upgrade as well. Other than that, I mean, this neck is way similar to a real Ibanez than a fake Gibson compared to a real Gibson. But it feels really good. Like, I will play it through an amp later and you can see. I think another thing too, that something with the bolt-on neck. Something about this I read online that it was different. I can't really remember, but I mean, there's nothing on this guitar that, like, you know, definitely, you got to be careful on what you're buying, because I can definitely see somebody getting really tricked really hard. It would be a shame, because these guitars go for like $3,000 or $2,000. But no, if you ever look up Ibanez Jem Juniors, I believe that's the name of them. Ibanez came out with an affordable model of Jem guitars recently. And I would say that this is pretty much the exact same quality. But it says Ibanez still, which is a coincidence. That so does the cheaper one. It's like Fender and Fender. But this one had a custom color. Now, that's not obviously why I got it. I got it for free. But no, it's cool. I definitely like it a lot. I mean, the wood, it sounds solid everywhere. The case is cool. I don't know if this is sold online. Like, you know, you can find this exact model one, but I know they sell fakes all the time online. But no, and like even the scallop fretboard, I didn't notice any dead frets on this guitar. Very, very good. I can't, believe that they get away with this, but see, and like I will show you. This is also in one of my other videos. I have my fake Gibson Les Paul, but it has real Gibson parts in it, other than the bridge, I believe. And this one had to have a fret level. The action is definitely a lot higher. And there's definitely some parts that are super giveaways, like the neck joint on the back. But other than that, I mean, this is to me, better than playing Epiphone, and it just looks better, I think. But I will say, out of these two fakes, this Ibanez does play better, but it does not stay in tune. Because, I mean, it stays in tune until you really whack the hell out of it with the Floyd Rose, which, I can show you. But yeah, so let's play this through an amp and see what it sounds like. So I'm going to actually be playing through a Legacy 3 Carbon, which is Steve Vai's signature, which this is a Steve Vai signature, through the Mesa 212, Vintage 30s, and SM57. Here we go. Alright, so we are using the microphone on the cabinet and in the camera, and we are on the clean channel, on the neck. That's my volume. Sounds good. Don't notice any Chinese in it. Don't mind my playing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Here's with some delay. This is the neck and the single coil in the middle. Back to neck. Back to bridge or middle and neck. Middle. Middle and bridge. Back to middle to see the difference. Bridge. tell the E string is already out of tune. Didn't even play it. Now, let's go to the drive. Now, I do believe this is possible to sound just like Steve Vai without really getting new pickups, because if you tweak with your amp and make it sound very dry, you have these pickups that are just normal, and you have a morally crybaby. That's on the neck, by the way. Let's do a bird chart. Everything on this guitar plays really well. It just can't really hold the tune, which, I mean, most affordable guitars like that are this cheap don't. So I do think the weird part is I don't really use scallop frets, so every time I play these high ones, I'm like, ugh, it's weird. I feel like I'm not playing anything, like it's not there. I like feeling the piece of wood. But other than that, this guitar is not bad. Do I recommend buying it overseas and risk it getting broken or stolen or damaged or, you know, never show up? I don't know. That's totally up to you. I always buy these whenever I can find them around through friends or people that I have to people I work with or something like that. You will see though that there is a blemish right there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. It's not even that bad. But yeah, it's a pretty cool guitar. I don't know. I don't want to say I recommend it, but I won't say it's the worst thing in the world. A lot of people are going to dislike this video and say this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But you know what? It's fucking right in front of me, and I'm playing it, and I know what I'm doing. I may have not shown you right now I know what I'm doing as far as playing, but I do. Somewhat. But yeah, cool guitar. Ibanez Jem. Copy. Fake. Like this video if you want me to do any more videos on this. I might demonstrate how to sound, get the tone of Steve Vai, because this guitar has inspired me to play some Steve Vai licks. But yeah, if you want to see another video about counterfeit guitars, definitely check out my Gibson fake. That one I think is a lot more interesting, just because I was really excited to get that one too. But I'm definitely not keeping this one. I got too many guitars, and I still have like 2 of them that I need to show you of my personal collection. So, Ibanez Jem, subscribe, check you guys out later. Bye.